Good evening, families. Welcome to Musson Elementary's Kindergarten Information Evening. I'm Laura Walsh, and I'm the principal of Musson Elementary. So glad to be with you this evening.
And I am Megan Chikella, the learning consultant here at Musson Elementary. So happy to be with you as well.
We are excited to welcome you tonight and excited most of all to welcome your students with us in the fall. We're looking forward to getting to know you, our returning families. We're excited to welcome your newest kindergartner and our new families. We're excited for you to join our Musson community. It's a wonderful place. I am so proud of our community and our school, and we're excited tonight to just share a little more information with you. At any time, if you have questions or you'd like more information, you may absolutely reach out to our office, and Mrs. Palumbo can help you out with answering your questions, or to speak with us directly by emailing us. So we're going to get started tonight. We're going to introduce throughout the presentation some of our staff. We're going to take a look at some amazing pictures of inside of our building, so you can see what the students work on throughout their kindergarten year and get a little glimpse in. We're also going to share some very helpful information for the coming year so that you're aware of these pieces, some of the just procedures and processes here at Musson, in anticipation of you joining us in the coming school year, 2022-23. I'm going to get started by sharing our screen with you so we can share our presentation. And I will bring that up so that we can move through. So there we are, welcoming our kindergarten students, and probably one of the most amazing things to look at there, moms and dads, is that we will be welcoming this fall the class of 2035. So that hardly seems possible, but that is the case. Your students will end their school journey, their elementary, middle, and of course have their senior year in 2035 as they move into graduation. So we let that sink in a minute because it seems hard to believe, but very exciting for you as a family as your student embarks on this journey. I'm going to switch here to our next slide. My apologies. I'm just going to pull this one up here. All right. So as we welcome our kindergarten families, I always encourage that you take the opportunity as the weather starts to warm up to come visit the school. Spend some time on the playground after hours, come in the evenings, ride your bikes. Take the kids around the building, have them come visit where the doors are and get familiar with the layout of the outside of the building. It just helps with that familiarity of the building and what will be their new home in the coming school year. Some of you already have students here, so that will be just second nature. But for our new families, certainly take the opportunity throughout the summer to play and see what we have going on here around the building. Some very important school information that I'd like to share with you. We are what's called a late start building in Rochester Community Schools. So that roughly means that we're a 9 to 4 building. Our exact hours are there for you. We have a first bell at 8:50 in the morning, but our official start time is 8:55. Students are considered tardy at 9 a.m. So we do ask, if you're running late, if you could just please park and walk your student in. During our arrival procedures, we have assistance in the loop. We also have assistance for our students on the bus. So either option for dropping off your student is absolutely okay. Particular to our kindergarten students, we offer a lot of support for them in the time period of the morning arrival and the dismissal. So absolutely okay. We know sometimes we're running a little late. We just ask that if you're outside of that window where our support staff is outside assisting, that you please just park and have your student come in and walk in with you. We do officially end the day at 3:58 p.m. That's our actual dismissal time. But we tend to have our kindergarten students and our transitional kindergarten students dismissed just a few minutes early. Classroom teachers will bring them up to the lobby area. We also have safety squad members who assist our busers to get onto the right bus every day throughout the entire year. And then our classroom teachers will be taking students out front to what we call the flagpole area. So if you check out the building, you'll notice out front there is a flagpole, and that is typically where our kindergarten families who are picking up will stand and wait for their students to receive them at the end of the day, and then of course head off to the cars, and that just offers them a few extra minutes. If you're picking up other students, you're welcome to wait there and receive all of your students, but if you're just getting your kindergartner, after you pick them up, we do have you head to your cars and dismiss for the day. Some other important information is that in the morning, our kindergarten students do line up in the back of the building. We have a kindergarten specific entrance. So if you are dropping your students in the loop, they are able to move through the building and out the back to line up in the appropriate spot. If you are walking your students up, typically parents will walk them around to the back of the building and they'll be in their lines there where staff is ready to receive them. We do ask that you don't drop off students prior to 8:40 in the morning. That is when staff head outside. So we ask that you just wait until you do see staff before leaving your students for the day. All of this information, I promise I will reiterate to you in August in coming emails, but it's just kind of nice to get a sense of how that works. It's a very well supported system for arrival and dismissal for our kindergarten students throughout the school year. Some other things to watch for, as I alluded to, I do send emails, and once you are officially enrolled and registered with Rochester Community Schools, you will receive my emails regularly. I do community messages and a messenger out to the entire community weekly. So that includes information from our PTA programs, pictures of things that are going on in the school, and those come out on Fridays around 4:30 to you. That will be automatically, if you put your email in the system when you enroll, those will automatically come to you. But you'll also receive district email with important information, and other information that I need to send out will come through that way as well. So please do make sure you add an email address in there, maybe a couple, one for mom and dad, or if there's a caregiver for your child that will need information from the school, add their email in there as well. Parent View. Parent View is a system that you will find growing familiarity with as your child progresses through Rochester Community Schools. For the elementary experience, that really is tailored to your emergency card information. It has your demographics. It has the information of who can pick up your students, who's approved on the list to do so, any medical needs that we would need to be aware of. That all goes in through the emergency card system in Parent View. So please do make sure you're in there and putting in that information as soon as you are able to do so, because that comes directly to us. As your students go up in grade, you'll find that Parent View is a place for you to access their assignments and their grades. Myself this year, I have a 2nd and a 6th grader. So I'm learning a lot about how Parent View works for that secondary experience. And accessing it quite a bit. But the elementary experience is really just that pertinent information that you would want us to have about pickup and phone numbers. One other piece of important information there is a Gmail address that is mussonstudentplacement@gmail.com. Parents will sometimes ask me if they're able to share specific information with and about their children with me regarding class placement. And I say, absolutely. You know your child best. You are the expert on your child at this time. You always have the most information, and I welcome that information. The one piece that I'm not able to do is accept specific teacher requests. I'm not able to honor them all, so I'm not able to accept any of them. But if you're looking to provide information about your child's learning style, if you're looking to just give me a little more information about the uniqueness or special factors to consider for your child's class placement, please do email that address. It's confidential. I'm the one who checks that and keeps that information. Staffing is not set for us until August. So while later in this presentation, you're going to see some video clips of some amazing kindergarten teachers who I anticipate being with us in the fall for sure, I know that my staffing is just not officially set until August. So those class placements are done at that time when I know my teachers and I know my full enrollment numbers. And I use this information that you provide as a way to build a truly balanced and dynamic group of learners for each and every class.
Okay. Well, good evening again. I am Mrs. Chikella or Megan Chikella. I'm so looking forward to meeting all of your kindergartners. And I have to tell you, here at Musson, we have a wonderful PTA. So the Musson PTA definitely will welcome you, and they are always looking for new families, whether giving a little bit of your time or a lot of your time. Any of it is welcome, and all are welcome at the meetings. Some of the wonderful programs that the PTA has in place for you is a yearly fundraiser. That's definitely something to get involved with here at Musson. And all of the fundraising monies that are donated and raised during that time will go directly to support student programs here at Musson. So it is a wonderful way to give back to the community of learners and to keep continuing to build successful learners here at Musson. In addition to that, we have other programs such as Science Alive, Creatures and Critters is another one that they have going on for the PTA. And again, they are always looking for new ideas and different committees to be run and to participate. So anytime that you can give is appreciated, and everybody is welcome to attend. They are a wonderful group of parent community. You will be welcomed right from the get-go as soon as you come in that door. There's also an additional international night that is coming up as well. So if you have any additional information that you would like to know or gather for yourselves to get educated on the PTA and how to become involved, to be a Musson Mustang yourself, please feel free to contact our PTA president. And I do believe that there will be some information coming from her end as well.
Thank you. One program that it was really important to note is our child care program here in Rochester. And we call that SAC, which stands for School Age Care. So this is our before and after school care program. There are additional costs for this program, but if it is something that your family needs to access for your own personal family schedules, work schedules, I highly encourage that you do check out on the website the SAC program. And if you know you need it, just certainly go ahead and get yourself on the list as soon as possible. They review those, they look at the need, and then they staff based on that need. And I can say that it does sometimes fill up. So if you are looking for care before school, that starts at 7 a.m. and the students are with the caregivers in our cafeteria, our gym. They use our playground to have a little extra playtime in the morning. They serve breakfast through our cafeteria program. That's an option for you. That program ends at the beginning of the school day, and students are dismissed from the cafeteria to their classes at 8:50. And then, of course, after school, they have the PM program, which is similar. You can participate in morning and afternoon, or you can also just choose whatever works for your family. That program ends at 6 p.m. So students are supported with care right after the school day, right at that 4 o'clock time through 6 p.m. So again, I encourage you to register early if you're interested in. There is some information right there on the screen for their phone number and how to access that information, because they do look to anticipate what the need will be, and they staff based on that.
Okay. So how can you get your kindergartner or your new Mustang ready for kindergarten? Well, I'll tell you what, through the summer, it really is already something you're probably already doing. It's in place. We are just continuing to foster that love of reading. Anything that you can build to an activity or reading with your child throughout the summer is going to help them be immersed in that print-rich environment before they come into the kindergarten in the fall. And I will say the kindergarten team here at Musson is stellar. They are amazing. So your kindergarten students are in for a treat when they come here at Musson. Entering kindergarten will look very different for every student coming in, and that's okay. Whether your student is that fluently reading already chapter books, that we know there are some, to the ones that are just learning their names and understanding that letters are different from sounds. Everybody is at a different developmental stage, and that is absolutely appropriate and absolutely okay. So anything that you can do during the summer to help them, you'll notice on the screen that you have a couple of suggestions. When you are reading with your child out loud, reading out loud really does build that fluency piece with your child. Fluency is the flow from word to word. And as we develop that fluency, they're going to be immersed in that print-rich environment and understand things like snap words and differentiating between sounds and letters. So they'll be working on a lot of different skills and strategies. What you can do as the family member and the parent and guardian is take advantage of these different times throughout the summer to really engage your child in any kind of reading activity whatsoever. And when you are reading with your child, think of those on the screen that you see. Read and show, displaying things like listening to them, asking them some questions that are very natural, talking about the characters and what did they notice about the story that they just read. You can even ask them to retell the story in their own words, working on that sequential development, if you will. First, next, then, last, or something simple. What was your favorite part? Why was that your favorite part? So we have a wide range of reading skills that are coming into the kindergarten in the fall, and every student will be at a different level, and we expect that, and we're ready to work with your child on an individual basis. I myself am looking forward to working with many of the kindergartners in the fall, and I cannot wait to meet them. And just remember, through the summer preparation program, really reading with them to develop the love of reading, any kind of joyful experience with the reading setting and experience itself, to understand that it's natural and it's all around us in everything that we do. You are already on the right track.
Thank you. We're hoping that Mrs. Chikella will be able to greet your student in the coming months. We do have some opportunities that are voluntary for you to have your student stop in, meet with her for a few minutes, and she'll get to know your student's learning style and where they're at. And it gives you an opportunity to also get into the building for a brief time and just get to meet the staff and walk through. So very important as you're registering that we have that email, because that is how we connect a little further and share about that opportunity.
Thank you.
Of course. This slide I like to share with families because it has to do with some of the paperwork that you will fill out as you're registering, and it is called the Home Language Survey. This is part of our registration process and is required for all families. So I like to take a minute to just clarify that what we're looking here is to really just identify those students or families who have maybe one or multiple languages spoken in the home on a daily basis that are different from the English language. So this is something where the primary caregiver of the child or another family member living in the home is able to expose them to and engage with them in another or multiple languages. And they're really looking for the student to be identified who's immersed in that bilingual or trilingual experience. So if that fits your family, when you fill this out, you'll be able to share that information. But I often like to clarify, because if your child has the wonderful experience of having a family member who maybe speaks a different language to them from time to time, that might not fit this category. We're really looking for that daily language exposure within your home. If you have any questions on that, please do feel free to reach out. We're happy to answer those for you. To wrap up, really what this night is about is giving you a little more information about Musson specifically, but also to kind of engage you in the process of welcoming you to start your registration and enrollment online. Our enrollment period is now open. It has been open for the month of March, and it is all online. So as you head to our district website, you're going to see that enrollment button, and it's going to guide you step by step through what you need to do to enroll your student, what materials you'll need. I'm sure you can see here in this picture, this is back from the days of us having paper and pencil registration processes. So that's what that's from, but it is all online now. You will need access to your child's birth certificate, and that does need to be an official copy that actually has the raised embossed seal. You will also need the parent and guardian picture ID. You're going to need proof of residency, immunization records, and there is a vision screening that will need to be submitted. The process online will guide you through all of those. So as you access that, you are welcome to call Mrs. Palumbo here in the office or the enrollment office downtown if you have specific questions. I believe the process is set up that you can start adding things to, but you cannot finalize until all of those pieces you have available and they are in the system. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen at this time so we can both come on to thank you so much for this opportunity to greet you. It is unique. We're doing this through a video presentation. It allows us to reach as many people as we can at this time and give you the information, but we welcome you to our building. It is a warm and loving, caring place for your children to be. And we look forward to you reaching out to us if you have any questions and sharing more communication with you in the coming months. And of course, looking forward to August. So Thank you so much for your time. Thank you to Mrs. Chikella, and I'll let you say your farewells as well.
Absolutely. No, thank you so much for joining us this evening. As we are in the virtual world at this time, I do believe that we, like Mrs. Walsh said, that we do have, Ms. Walsh said that we do have equitable access to everybody and be able to reach everybody on a different individual basis, just like we will be doing with your children here at Musson. So I do hope you have a wonderful time this summer. I look forward to meeting with many families in May, possibly in June, to show you around the building and get to know your students a little bit better. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me as well. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Stay tuned. We've got some teacher videos and some great pics to share with you. Have a great evening.
Hi friends, I'm Mrs. Roth. I am a kindergarten teacher at Musson, and my favorite part of kindergarten is that you get to play when you learn and learn when you play. And a lot of the times when you're playing and when you're learning, you don't even realize that you're doing work. So I can't wait for you to try that out and experience it, and can't wait to see you at Musson.
Tomato seeds. Here is a tomato plant. It was a tomato seed.
Hi friends, my name is Miss O'Connell. My favorite thing about kindergarten is watching you build friendships throughout the school year, watching you gain confidence and independence, along with cultivating a lifelong love of learning. So I'm so excited to get to meet you, and I will see you so soon. Bye.
My name is Mrs. Yalesko. I'm a kindergarten teacher at Musson. One of my favorite things about kindergarten is when my class becomes a kindergarten family. A kindergarten family is when the children share, care, cheer, and form relationships with one another. I'm looking forward to meeting you in the fall. Go Mustangs!
Hi, I'm Mrs. Baroni, and I teach kindergarten at Musson Elementary School. I love just about everything about kindergarten, but I'm super passionate about reading. I love reading books with my students and having conversations with my class about books. And I love watching my kindergartners become readers and gain that confidence to be able to share their gift of reading with others. Can't wait to meet you. Bye.
My favorite part about kindergarten is writing, and I love to draw the pictures and write the words.
Hey, future Musson Mustangs. My name is Ann Rambo, and I'm the PTA president up here at Musson. We wanted to take a minute to introduce you to what the PTA does, and I am actually in the middle of organizing all these books for March's Reading Month. We're doing a book drop, book shop program where kids get to donate books and then shop for books. This is just one activity that the PTA supports up here at Musson. We look forward to seeing you all this fall. Reach out if you have any questions.
My favorite part about kindergarten is that I get to learn. My favorite part about kindergarten is special.